If you're looking for the best NAS systems, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. The first position of our list, we have Synology DS220J. The DS220J is a very compact 2-bay NAS that comes with very little in the way of frills, while the limited hardware can drive functions, such as media streaming. The DS220J may struggle to serve multiple streams of high-definition content. Yet the stripped-down configuration of this NAS unit does come with several advantages. Chief among them is comparably lower cost. That makes it a fantastic choice for those whose primary concern is simply data redundancy. The small and unassuming size of this NAS comes with a neat yet functional design. It may look a little out of place in an office, but will blend perfectly with most homes. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Synology DS420+. The DS420+ is a much more robust alternative to the DS220J. It is a 4-bay model that also comes with more powerful hardware. The Celeron J processor may not be the fastest around, but considerably competent when used in NAS. Aside from what comes out of the box, the DS420+ is upgradable in a couple of ways. If necessary, you can bump up the RAM to 6 GB. That's enough to give you a large cache buffer if you want a cheaper alternative to using expensive NVMe for that purpose. If you intend to put the DS420+ to heavy use, though, the dual NVMe slots will come in useful. Slap on 2 sticks of NVMe drives, and your NAS will be able to handle simultaneous read and write operations for an entire small office. Number 3 position is held by Synology DS1621+. If you're looking at something that will survive past the first years of a growing business, the DS1621+ is a fantastic choice. This NAS is both highly reliable and expandable to a significant extent. Not only can it support a healthy maximum of 32 GB of memory, but it moves away from non-XC memory. XC, or error-correcting code memory, is used in servers and increases resilience by protecting the data it caches. Aside from the massive storage capacity it can hold, the DS1621+ can use Synology expansion modules. It stacks with dual DX517 units to offer a total of 16 drive bays, enough storage that small offices will likely never need another upgrade ever. Next at number 4, we have QNAP DS230. The QNAP DS230 comes with decent hardware, but design-wise, it may look slightly out of place in an office setting. The baby blue casing won't fit most traditional office spaces well, but thankfully, the small form factor means you can hide it away easily. Some detail in the hardware specs reinforces the made-for-home use assumption. For example, this NAS has a relatively high draw power brick and operates at significantly low noise levels of approximately 15 dB. That means you get silent and reliable performance for streaming 4K video over your home network. However, we recommend you lean more towards just using it for backups, since the limited drive bays mean you'll eventually run out of space for large media files. Number 5 position is held by QNAP TS451D24G. If you're considering the QNAP TS451D2, be cautious of which model you tick the box on. The G2 and G4 are virtually identical, but the former only offers 2 drive bays. The 4G model brings that up to 4 bays. Much better for advanced home users. This model is fascinating for multiple user segments, including prosumers, home or small office, or even simply data hoarders. While capacity certainly plays a part, so too does the weirdly excessive number of USB ports included. Powerful specifications make it a solid all-rounder suitable for almost any use case. It'll do well, for instance, at managing backups, file sharing, or even media streaming. The one shortcoming is the lack of NVMe support. This lack means that if you want to run any VM effectively, you'll likely have to sacrifice one HDD slot and use it to house a SATA SSD. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. The number 6 position is dominated by Terramaster F2-221. Terramaster's F5221 is an oddly industrial look for a NAS intended for home use. Yet its very basic specifications make it exactly fit for the use alone, fitting for an introductory unit at the price point seen. If you intend to find a solidly constructed NAS that you can set up to run reliably in a corner for ages, this model works well. It isn't so great if you want to fiddle with your NAS a fair bit since there aren't any expansion options on this 2-bay unit. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Terramaster F5-422. All of Terramaster's home or small office NAS units look seemingly alike, and the F5-422 isn't any different. It is quite literally an expanded clone of the F2-221, but does come with a few extra hardware features. For instance, the F5-422 has an extra memory slot to spare and a more powerful processor. The 5-drive base also puts it slightly ahead of most competitors who seem fond of 4-bay configurations. Of particular note is the inclusion of 2 RJ45LA ports, one of which supports up to 10 Gbps speed. This addition isn't something you'll find on most regular consumer NAS drives, making it suitable for office use. The number 8 position is held by Asustor AS4002T. The AS4002T is showing slight aging since it's an older model on this list. Yet this seemingly antiquated unit boasts relatively up-to-date specifications, including a decent processor. While only 2 drive bays exist, this isn't a problem since Asustor has NAS expansion units. Although the specifications aren't up to snuff for advanced use cases such as running many applications, it's excellent simply for storage potential. For example, it includes a stunning triple LAN port configuration, one of which supports speeds of up to 10 Gbps. The AS4002T is a storage powerhouse that punches far above its weight class. Be it for home or office use, data hoarders around the world can rejoice. Next at number 9, we have Asustor AS5202T. When I first came across the AS5202T and saw what they pitched it as, my first reaction was, that's right, this is an NAS built for gamers, at least that's what they say. In reality, it's a sort of souped-up version of the AS4002T. Who exactly runs games off a NAS is anybody's guess. But the AS5202T includes 2.5 Gbps LAN ports instead of the standard 1 Gbps versions. That gives it a little more punch and transfer, still making this model a step above average. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by WDMI Cloud X2 Ultra. Unlike the majority of NAS units we've covered, the Western Digital My Cloud X2 Ultra comes ready to use as soon as you plug it in. There's no concern about shopping for drives, installing anything, or multiple warranties. It's simply good to go. For anyone who isn't into tech but needs NAS capability, this is the final word in convenience. All you need to do is select what capacity you need when making your purchase, and everything comes bolted in place. The downside, of course, is the lack of customizability and the fact that you'll be paying a premium price for that Western Digital branding. That's all for today. We upload product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.